pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on the roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Man, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. Into like that, like.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He's been a frequent end-zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Giants and the Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets and their inner city rivals, the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Jets defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain so that... go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Okay, here we go.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Jets, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. Did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Quentin Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more game.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On the option left, it's Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Giants on 55 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Now Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Harris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put that in the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Jets at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Nice back.
defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try to squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now the second-year man back from injury, it's Bruce Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Hello?
will take over 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play call.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Hardman on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A run there with Cook on 1st down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, a run with Hall. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. His throw's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions. Fourth down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out come the Giants. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Barkley inside handoff. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Hardman to return. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Able to push his way through. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Two yards to go, 2nd down. They'll give the Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, there's a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here in the middle of the field, it's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On 1st down, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Defensively, they have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt him away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing on 1st down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal and the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
A 64-yard attempt.
And that will... It's well wide. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Left side, Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Straight ahead is home. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. And they'll work this down inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. That's caught left side by Hardman.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 20-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This a 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Nicole Hardman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's not cool to go back a gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Hall on a give up the middle. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Rodgers now on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Now Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, a short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds out past the 10-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. With it is Jackson. Gets around him. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fights through one man. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large game.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Gano's kick is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now it's Rodgers. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you... It doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches are going to short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Runs through the contact. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And able to steer clear that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Taylor. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by and the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all 4 timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they're well on 1st down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
857-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. That is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize. It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
To throw is Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
With the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses.